So, wouldn't it be cool to have a badge reader to go into my server room? I think it'd be cool. Not really needed, but cool. So how to do it? It's a good question. So Ubiquiti sells some stuff for their access control, and I ordered up a few things, and we're gonna give it a crack. So I ordered up a maglock. And so this is a maglock that goes on the inside of the door. This is a plate that goes on the door, and this goes on the frame, and you energize it and holds the door closed. That's the idea behind it anyways. So we have this maglock. We gotta figure out how to mount up there. And then Ubiquiti sells this really simple single access control panel. And so this goes on the outside, and it's PoE powered. You can see the exit request and the lock control lines there. So it's got little plates that go on the wall. So this will go on the wall right about there. You'll badge in to open the door, and it'll beep, I think. So that should work. Of course, on the inside, you need to be able to get out. So we have a push to exit button. It's got a little cover here for it. So we'll mount that on the wall on the inside so you can escape. And then last but not least, we have a little emergency override switch, which we'll put somewhere. I don't know where yet. Somewhere over here, which is a little keyed switch that allows you to override the magnetic lock in case the key card reader doesn't work for some reason. And that's probably a good idea. This room is virtually impossible to get in any other way other than this door because it's all concrete. It's underground. So it would be good to make sure we can get back in there and not get locked out. So yeah, we're gonna give this a crack. So the first thing is how to do the maglock. And they have a couple different mounting options, but let's take this inside here and see what we can do in the server room. All right, door. So yeah, let's close that. Yeah, that'll work. So we have a little bit of an overhang here. And so we should be able to put the plate right here and then hang the mag off this sill here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's take a look here. This is the maglock itself. Yeah, that would kind of go up in there like that as a bracket. Which means the wires are going to have to go through here, so I'll have to drill a hole through here and then a hole either through here or up here to get down into there to be able to get to the wires. And then I'll run the wire. The wire has to go down this wall here because out there is where the control button is. Yeah. So I'll have a little piece of wire that runs down this here. It goes into that. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then the actual plate, the door, you drill a big hole through the door and it's got a little bracket to mount it up there. So that should work. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get some drill, screwdriver, and a little template, and I'll mark on off the door where it goes. And we'll see if we can get the plate mounted. All right, so that's about right. Yeah, that's a good place. The bracket will go right here, and then the module will bolt here. And I checked the bracket sticks out enough that I think the module will go right up against here. So pretty snug, but I think it will work. Success. Okay, I drilled that. And that looks okay to me. With the close. All right, I think that worked. Let's climb up here and look and see. Yeah, alignment is about right. So now I need to figure out where the bracket's going to go for the mag part. So I will set it up here and measure it and outline it with a pencil so I know where the mount goes, and then we'll figure out how to get the mount up there. All right, so bracket is mounted. Got that mounted in there, and it's the perfect distance from the door. And I drilled a hole up in there. This will feed the wire through. And there's a small hole up here, and there'll be a little bit of a little track here to bring that wire down. It'd be difficult to fish through the wall because there's a beam there and then concrete down here. But I should be able to go across and get into somewhere down here into this is the staircase here, and there is some space in here where the rafters are in there, and I should be able to find a path from there over to here somewhere. So I will look at my pictures of the walls with no drywall so I can figure out where that's going to go, and then I'll run the 4 wires along there down into there, and then I can work on where to put the little card reader module. But the door maglock should work. The maglock mechanism goes in between those two and bolts into that bracket. So yeah, we are getting closer to having the door installed. Okay, success. The mag is now mounted. Close the door here. Look at that. It snugs right up there. And the wires are ran through, which I will build a little track down here and get it into the wall here. And then get it down to that way out into the keypad. But we have magnetics, looks good. That should certainly hold the door closed. Alrighty, a little more progress. So, I found a spot here on the wall that works better than here because it's easier to get to. And I cut a hole, and then this fits into there, like that. This is a little override switch that disconnects it if it's dead for some reason. There's a little cover that goes on that too. And there's a PoE Ethernet cable coming in there, and then some wires that go up, and they go up inside the wall, come up there, and they go down into the door sill and into the maglock. And that little plastic piece like this up there replaced with a white one. I just need to go find one. And then I also installed a push to exit switch here, and this is that Ethernet jack, which I'm going to run in the wall here. I just need to get a tool to pull it down in there. But it does work though, so it's turned on right now, and I think I have a key with me. So I shut the door, then it is engaged and push hard and it will not open. It's quite strong. And if I hit the push to exit, and then it opens right up. And on the outside, make sure I have a key here. Okay, let's close this. Okay, now it's locked. Whoa, it's pretty tight. Let's see if we can scan the key. Yep, there we are. That opens up. Booyah, that works. Okay, we just need to get this cleaned up a little bit, get rid of a mess here. The wire's all tucked in there. And we'll have a key card reader for the server room. So let's take a look at the software that you use to configure the access through the card reader. And you can start by installing the Access software on the Ubiquiti device you're going to run it on. I have this on my UDM Pro Max firewall, and if you are in settings, you go to the control plane, you can see Access here is installed. If it isn't installed, it'll say install, and you click it, and it'll install it. So pretty easy to do. Once it's installed, you'll see the icon pop up here to let you know Access is installed. You can go to the dashboard for it, and as soon as you plug in that Access reader into the PoE network connection, it'll pop up and say, do you want to add this device to your access system? You click yes, it beeps, and your device is now added. If you go into the settings for this device, you can unlock it right here. If I click that, I just heard it unlock. And you can also go into the settings side, change the name of it, configure how the exit request button works. The default setting is correct for their button, but if your button's wired the reverse of that, you can change that. Same as for the lock. The unlock duration is how long it unlocks when you scan the badge or do unlock via the phone app or this app. So you can change the time of that. Tampering will just alert you if someone pulls the panel off the wall. You can choose what device is allowed to unlock, including the mobile. You can set a schedule if you want to have it unlock at a certain time, for instance, for someone to go in automatically. So this is all just sort of very typical of the way Ubiquiti does this interface. You have the server room door added now, and all you have to do is under users, there's a card inventory. And by default, there's nothing in here, and you click add NFC card. And then you pick the sensor you want to use to add the card, hit continue, and it'll have you go scan the card. And as soon as you scan the device or the card you want to add, it'll beep and then pop up in here. And so I added 4 of those little NFC tags, and they show up in here, and they're all set, and they all work just fine. You can also enable the use of third-party NFC cards, so non-Ubiquiti NFC cards. And I just tried using the one for my Tesla. So there's a little Tesla NFC card. You can carry it in your wallet. Normally you use your phone as the key, but you can have the card as a backup. And sure enough, works fine. I added it in, and it can open the door just like any other card. So it's an easy thing you can add if you want to tweak something. I think under general, you can set something about pins if you have a keypad. This is where you allow the third-party NFC card option. And there are a few other things that are advanced. Most of these don't apply to this simple setup. But other than that, it really is just plug it in. It pops up. You hit yes, and then you start adding cards to unlock it. Of course, it has logs of the activity of when the door was locked or unlocked. And from here, it's really easy to just click the button and unlock it. You can also use the mobile app. And from the mobile app, you can unlock the door, of course, plus do other configuration things. So it's sort of typical the way Ubiquiti stuff works. The mobile app can do everything that the regular app can do. And that's really it. It is like super, super easy to configure. And since you already have if you have a UDM firewall, you just click a couple buttons and you can add it to it. So you don't need any extra devices in order for it to work. So very, very, very cool. So let's go take a look at the sort of final installed hardware and see how it's working. So now that we've seen the software and how to configure it, we have the finished product. You can see the Access Ultra there. It's a little override switch. So you walk up to it, scan, open the door, and then on the inside, you have the maglock there. And when you want to leave, you hit the push to exit button. Away you go. That's it. Pretty easy. It's all configured. Only took a couple hours to do, probably at most. And I'm not particularly good at this, so yeah, it is a very easy way to add an access reader to a door. I think I may try to add one somewhere else where I can use, they sell a version, not a maglock, but an actual strike. And so if you were able to use that, that'd be cool as well. But the maglock is easy because you can add it afterwards pretty easily. As long as you have a space in the door sill and a way to get a wire up there, you can pretty easily add access control to any door you want. And as you saw, the software is super easy to use. So it's very, very cool. And I think after this, I'm gonna take a crack, maybe they have some access control for your gate. And so I think I'm gonna give that a whirl and see if we can do some cool AI automation on the gate unlocking when it recognizes cars. So more stuff to come on the Ubiquiti Access front. So later.